Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive intuitive insights from the tarot to your burning questions about business, career, entrepreneurship, personal development, relationships, and more. Would you like to know how to be of greatest service to the world? In other words, really honing in on your unique zone of genius? And also, would you like to learn how to develop your expertise in this area? Identifying what you need to do and what you should release. That's what we're going to address today in a 6-card tarot spread. So this is a little bit different from what I usually do. And it also differs a little bit in that I've already laid out the spread, shuffled the cards, and laid them out to try to save a little bit of time since it is a 6-card spread. As always, I'd like to share a resource, a book on my library shelf, and this is called Zen in the Art of Writing by Ray Bradbury. Now, this just because you may not be a writer does not mean you cannot benefit from this particular book. I recommend this book because it has lots of creative ideas, powerful techniques, and tips to get your creative juices flowing. And they can apply whether you are a writer, musician, artist, banker, an entrepreneur, any area, basically virtually any profession requiring creativity and energy of some kind. And I just love his approach. He has just a lot of life to him when he writes this particular book and the techniques that he shares. There's just a lot of juice, life, and love in what he expresses and what he advises to release the creative genius within you. So check that book out. All right, as I said, I've already shuffled the cards this time and laid them out. I will explain to you each position, and again, the question is, how can you be of greatest service to the world, and how to go about mastering the skills needed for this particular type of service. Now, the first position I selected, the first card I selected, addresses the question of what needs your focus and attention right now. And I selected the Hierophant Reverse. And I'm using a different deck this time, not the giant deck, but this is the Colorized. It's a beautiful colored Rider-Waite deck. The Colorized version by James Radcliffe, I think is how you pronounce his name. Maybe butchering the name, but you will see it in the notes. And answering the question, what needs your greatest focus and attention now? And considering we're talking about identifying or honing in on what is your unique service to the world. The Hierophant Reversed suggests to me, now the Hierophant is a major arcana card, so that means it carries extra weight, it's of special importance and significance, and it's an archetypal energy. Now normally if you see the Hierophant upright, he's a strong figure. He doesn't have this red cloak. To me, that's always suggesting a lot of passion and energy, fire energy. He has his hand raised in a benediction. And what always strikes me about this image is how structured everything is. Just look at the lines, and you see these 2 strong columns. And then we have the 2 little monks on either side of this chest with keys on it. Everything just conveys the idea of structure. And a number of tarot readers associate the Hierophant with government, which I never quite understand, because the Hierophant is a religious figure. It's a bishop or a pope, something like that. But it does suggest the idea of establishment, rules and regulations, and that is part of the church establishment as well, or the government as well. Given that I selected this card and was reversed position, answering the question of what needs your focus and attention now, I would say vis-a-vis your particular mission in life, the Hierophant Reverse is asking you to let go of conventional ways of doing things, conventional ways of thinking, conventional ways of approaching whatever it is in your career or your particular, what you find your calling is. Or as you do so, if you let go of the need to adhere to them, you are going to be able to really hone in on your area of service to the world. Point number 1, I feel the Hierophant Reverse is advising you to let go of traditional ways of thinking and traditional ways of being, conventional ways. think outside. I hate to use that term, that overused term, outside the box, but think creatively. Think beyond what you've usually done and beyond the ways you've usually operated that have kept you maybe adhering to conventional wisdom. Now, position number 2 answers the question, how can you improve your career? And I selected another reverse card, the King of Pentacles reversed. Now look upright. Now this card, this particular version as well, is just so colorful. Just look at that illumination behind the king, and he's looking in a way lovingly at his particular coin. Maybe that's a financial venture of some kind. And he's sitting in a lush vineyard, just overflowing with a sense of abundance. But this is reversed, and for me, since it's reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed is suggesting an answer to the question, how can you improve your career? How can you go about tapping into the financial remuneration that you deserve? The King of Pentacles upright suggests someone who is wealthy, or someone who's doing very well as an entrepreneur, as a business person. Given that it's reversed, it's suggesting to me that you need to look at identifying ways that you can start reaping the financial rewards that you deserve from your particular calling, area of service. Of course, money shouldn't be the top number one reason for doing anything, but if you are doing something, your particular profession, calling, with heart and with acumen, then you also deserve to be financially remunerated and financially rewarded very well. The better you are rewarded, the more people you can help. The next position answers the question, how can you improve your health? Because health is, the life force is important if you are going to serve and serve best in the world. Interesting, another major arcana card, the Death card reversed. Interesting that we have 3 reversals so far, suggesting a lot of inner work is needed, or areas of your life are needed to be released. There are things that you need to release. Since the question was, how can you improve your health, and we got the Death reversed, I believe what is being advised here is that it's being suggested that you look at ways that you may be hampering your health and let them go. Release bad habits, release things that are not energizing. Turn them around and go for the more healthful lifestyle. Now we all know, most of us who are out at least in the developed world, really know what needs to be done to improve our health. People just need to apply those principles. The Death card reversed in response to how can you improve your health is suggesting that you need to let go of disempowering habits, practices, lack of exercise, whatever it may be, that no longer serve you. That's the first step in improving your health, is eliminating those bad habits. Now the next question, how can you best serve at this time? The Ace of Wands reversed, another reversed card. Wow, this is pretty amazing. We have 4 reversals in a row. I always love the ace card, so if you look at this upright, what a beautiful image we have here. Now I like the aces because we see this divine hand, or the hand representing the universe, that is appearing out of the ethers and presenting something. And this, in the Ace of Wands, a passion and purpose is being presented. Given that this is reversed, I believe it's suggesting, this tarot image is suggesting that you need to turn within, really turn within, and identify your core passion. You'll be able to hear what the universe is advising you, is presenting, the opportunity presenting to you, being presented to you. But you need to turn within, really turn within and instill this. So when you instill this passion and purpose, this will allow you to best serve the world in whatever capacity that may be, whatever that is that you identify. But how you can best serve at this time is by going within and tuning into your unique, divinely inspired purpose. Next card, card number 5, how can you gain a greater sense of order in your life? Now this is something I am wrestling with right at this time. going home today, later, and tackling a particular room that needs organization. But we need to have order to be able to function at our maximum in serving the world and in gaining expertise. And what we have here is the Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins. And we see this young man, he disappeared, a young man, he's dancing, and he's got this tall red hat, red stockings, red shirt. Always conveys to me the sense of passion. So he's very animated as he sits there balancing these two coins. And for me, what is suggested here is how can you bring a better sense of order in your life, is that really focus in on what is most important and juggle those priorities in an effective way. And no, it doesn't matter what turbulence is going on behind you, focus with great attention and energy, as suggested by, and passion, as suggested by the red hat, red stockings, red shirt. And do it with enthusiasm, dance if you need to, really energize your intention to bring order, bringing order through prioritizing. I would say that is what the message is here. And finally, what is your highest intention for self-mastery? What is your highest intention for self-mastery as part of this whole question of how to best serve in the world and develop your expertise? I selected another major arcana card, the Hangman. And the Hangman is an interesting figure, interesting image, can be interpreted in any number of ways. But given that the question was, what is the highest intention for my self-mastery? This suggests that you need to develop a unique and a different perspective on the way you are going about your service to the world. You need to look at things in a completely different way. You may need to turn things upside down, be creative. And that's why I like this book, Zen and the Art of It, How to Unleash Your Creative Genius. All the images here are providing you with some core pieces of advice, wisdom on how you may be able to do that, and also how to develop the expertise in doing that, providing a new perspective. I hope this reading has been helpful to you, and as always, I will recommend a selection of music to listen to throughout the week to emphasize the wisdom provided by the tarot today. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell so you can be informed of upcoming videos. And until next time, I wish you all the best, and remember to illumine your mind, inspire your life with the tarot.